up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shit, I'm just looking at some things that's happening up Chicago. Once again, they up there riding. They throwing what they call them smoke bombs and all kinds of stuff. It's going crazy. People getting arrested. It's this world is just getting out of control. This world, as we know it, is going to be very different. Messing with this Trump. Um, yeah, but I came to talk about basically the food stamps and the IRS and the White House basically being destroyed. 'Cause that's basically what he's doing. He's destroying everything, every freaking thing as we know it. Trump is destroying it. That's what I'm saying. Life as we know it is just going to be very different. So just be prepared, because things is about to be very different, very different. Yeah, it's just really getting out of control. Um, it's just getting out of control. Like I'm just saying, oh my god. But yeah, let's get into it. So from what I hear, what is going on, basically Trump is basically dismantling the whole government as we know it. He's gonna try to start getting our ass out. Far as all of them employees that is furloughed, I do not believe that they is going to be back. I don't believe that he had plans on paying them for even working at this time because right now they saying they may get paid, they may not. So stuff is going to be looking real shaky. I'm trying to tell you, it's just getting out of control. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing if he dismantle the IRS situation. I mean, who likes paying taxes? But at the end of the year, when we do file taxes, if there's going to be no more taxes, then that means that we don't get a chance to file because we're not paying allegedly. Healthcare is about to be. He trying to dismantle everything. It's really, I don't even know how this world gonna be without half of those things. We're gonna be like a third world country with nothing. And I believe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying. This is my opinion. I believe that he's trying to dismantle everything within the 3 years that he is in um the seat. Because what that means, if he dismantle government, there will be no more government. So that means he gonna be the president, or he's gonna. It's gonna become a dictatorship. Hold on. All right, yeah, I'm big, but yeah, I believe that he's trying to dismantle, or is the whole government, get everything out. So once we don't have a government, it's going to be like I said, a third world country. Nobody going to be in charge, and like he already want to be a dictator. And I believe, this is my opinion, y'all, that that's what it's going to be like. Ain't going to be no authority. Everybody is going to really be out here fending for themselves, because ain't nobody working for the government that is not getting paid. After a while, they ain't gonna have no choice but to find something else to do. He talking about he don't know if he gonna pay them or not. Like, that's not what's up. The government shutdown is almost been a whole month, and keep on trying to blame it on the Democrats and all of that stuff. All right, let's check this out though. Let's check this out while it's still on, because this is live right now, and they talking about a little bit what's going on before we jump into some other stuff.
And there were, it's just notable to continue to mention, there were two Republican members that were sworn in less than 24 hours from the date of their special election, April 1st. They were sworn in less than 24 hours, April 2nd, on a pro forma session. It's not unheard of for this speaker to do that. And so I continue to ask for us to have the same opportunity, and for the 812,000 people in Arizona that do not have a voice right now to have the opportunity to have me here representing them. Thank you.
Thank you, Adelita. Thank you, Jamie. It's a disgrace that Mike Johnson and Republicans continue to refuse to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. It's disrespectful of her. It's disrespectful to the 812,000 people who elected her. It's disrespectful to the great state of Arizona, and it's disrespectful to the House of Representatives, which is supposed to be the people's house, but under Republican leadership has turned into nothing but a rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda. Questions?
Because he keep on trying to blame everything on the Democrats, but he not saying not about the Republicans. But hold on, let's.
Is it plausible that the speaker hadn't heard about this case before a reporter asked him this morning, since the authorities in New York announced the arrest on Sunday?
Well, that's not clear, and that, is for people to judge the credibility of that response. At the end of the day, here in America, we're living in a moment of extreme political violence, and that impacts every single person in public service and the people that we are all working hard to represent. But we will not be intimidated. We will continue to show up and stand up and speak up for the American people, to improve their quality of life, to address the extremism that is being unleashed on everyday Americans by this administration all across the country. We will not bend. We will not break. We will never bow down. And when it comes to these extremists out there, you better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Oh.
Next question.
Mr. Leader, good afternoon. Thank you. Is the only way the government can reopen if Donald Trump gets engaged in negotiations?
Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Republicans have the House and have the Senate. At the same period of time, they have complete control of government. And they made the decision to shut the government down
Absolutely.
rather than provide health care to everyday Americans through extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits, while at the same time addressing the other aspects of the Republican healthcare crisis, the biggest crisis in healthcare that we've ever seen in modern day America, brought to us by extreme Republican policies, like the largest cut to Medicaid in American history, triggering the fact that all across the country, hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers are closing, including in rural America. It was uncovered yesterday that throughout the state of Alabama, there are about 50 or so hospitals and medical institutions that may close in the next year or two because of Republican policies. Because of Republican policies in states like Georgia, Virginia, and Maryland, healthcare premiums without an extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credits may increase by $2,000 a year. That's $24,000 on families that make an average of $63,000 per year. That's impossible for anyone to sustain. And so, of course, Donald Trump should come to the negotiating table. And Democrats have been very clear that we will sit down with any of them, anytime, any place, here at the Capitol or back at the White House, to reopen the government, to support our hardworking federal employees, to enact a spending agreement that makes life better for the American people, while at the same time, the Republican health care crisis that even Marjorie Taylor Greene acknowledges is devastating the American people.
Why do you think he's sitting on the side?
Thanks. Go ahead.
What do you make of it? The person accused of threatening you is the recipient of one of those blanket pardons.
I think the reckless and irresponsible pardons of hundreds of violent felons on January 6th has consequences, as eloquently articulated by Representative Jamie Raskin. There are consequences to that, beyond me. Beyond me. The consequences are, we've seen crimes committed by people who Donald Trump pardoned on the first day he was sworn into office, by folks who have been released back into society all across the country, some of them violent crimes. And so there are consequences to these irresponsible actions, and not a single House Republican has walked away from them. Not a.
So who's going to give them the consequences? Because if Donald Trump already pardoned them, basically, like I said, that all of that was organized. We already know that. We know that they had a tour the day before they ran up in there. So they already knew who they was talking and where they was talking and where they was going, how they was going, what way to go in and how to get in. You know, so that was already designed. We already know that. But at the end of the day, all of them people got pardoned. They ain't getting in trouble. People got hurt. People got trampled over. People was, I think, one of the Senate ladies was pow, like, you know, and or they was trying to pow her, but nobody got in trouble, nobody got arrested. They did arrest people, but again, like he said, Donald Trump pardoned them, so they don't have no consequences right now at this time. But it's just going down. It's just going I wanted to touch note on far as like if hospitals and hospice care and elder homes, senior homes, and all of that stuff, if they dismantle all of that because they don't have the funds to continue to pay this stuff, people gonna be out here really sick, dying, because how they gonna get their medicine, how they gonna get cared for. I mean, they in these situations for a reason. They might don't have family, or if they do, the family can't really, you know, afford to take care of them. It's different reasons why these people are in different places and stuff like that. But if hospitals shut down and stuff like that, clinics and all of this kind of stuff that we need to go to get our physicals, to make sure our bodies are right, what the hell we gonna do? We gonna have to make our own medicine. He gonna take this back like like way back. Way back. We gonna be smashing up dandelions and stuff, eating dandelions and stuff that's coming out, trying to make our own medicine, because we still have to survive some kind of way, you know. Um, it's just gonna be a hot mess. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is we ain't never seen nothing like this. He came through and he's trying to dismantle the whole government. Like I said, like he knew what he was trying to do. The first time he came in office, he, basically, made everybody feel comfortable and making it seem like he gonna do this and do that and stuff like that. Ever since he got in there, he been dismantling everything. Everything. And the reason why he wanted to get the Affordable Care Act, because Obama started that and he can't stand Obama. But you making people suffer because you couldn't stand Obama. That is not our problem. That's your problem. But still, you have to do what's right for the people. But at this point in time, I think he's basically saying, F the people. That's what it's looking like. He don't care about us.
Oh, this guy, Moynihan, says he's going to eliminate the minority leader of the United States House of Representatives. So they have enough people over at the Department of Justice who know a lot about January 6th, including Ed Martin, who was there tweeting on that day, describing it as a day of celebration like Mardi Gras, and his senior advisor, Jared Wise, who was here yelling, "Kill him," about the police, that they should know how to get these people into line, because it's a very dangerous situation. And I just want to add finally to what Mr. Jeffries said. Speaker Johnson described the exercise of First Amendment rights across the country by 6 or 7 million Americans as part of the No Kings rallies as a hate America rally. The Hate America rally happened on January 6th, 2021. We saw what a Hate America rally looks like. There were more than 140 police officers who were wounded, injured, hospitalized. Many of them have been forced out of police work because of what happened on that day. And what does Speaker Johnson say about that? Nothing. Now, he's part of the cover-up. He's part of trying to sweep the whole thing under the rug. Meantime, you had 7 million people participating peacefully, non-violently in the American political process yesterday. And everybody should be praised for that. Those protests were a model for First Amendment exercise in the United States.
God damn it. And I did see that earlier. I thought it was tomorrow. I got my dates mixed up.
However, Speaker Johnson displayed some of the signs that we saw,
my bad,
which did seem to indicate violence. One of them showing in effigy a picture of President Trump being hanged. Also, we've seen video of people saying that, for example, 8647 to them meant that they did want the president killed. How do you respond to those on the left using that kind of rhetoric?
We've continued to make clear in this country that political violence directed at anyone at any time for any reason, wherever it emanates from, is unacceptable. Democrats have made that clear. We don't see that coming from Republicans on the other side. We don't see that type of unequivocal denunciation. In fact, They've
I'ma
described
still check it out though. You know that.
One thing I've been pretty excited
still
about
check it out.
and kind of heartened by is most conversations that I have with
Watch the other
customers,
one.
CIOs, and
And somebody rewarded
as a
me
parade, as a celebration,
a
and then they
membership yesterday.
pardon
See your channel.
hundreds of
Yay.
violent people and unleash them back in communities across the United States of America. This group of people, these extremists on the
So I was checking out the one where the police was stopped the slingshot and you said leave a message. You left a message or something like that. And you gonna come back with the other part of the video. Yeah, I be on your butt. It's like no.
is running the largest pay-to-play scheme in the history of the country in real time. And we hear nothing but crickets from Mike Johnson and the other side of the aisle. Get lost with your denunciations. The No Kings protest was peaceful, it was powerful, and it was patriotic. Millions of people, more than 7 million people. And so I've got no time for these people on the other side of the aisle.
Are you worried about rhetoric on the left?
We have continued to denounce political violence wherever it emanates from. It will be nice to see that type of denunciation coming from Republicans. Adelita, you want to say anything?
I think that in Arizona, we know very well what political violence looks like. Former Representative
All right,
Gabby
talk to
Giffords
you
was
later.
shot while she was doing a Congress on Your Corner event. I think that what needs to be done is complete condemnation of any violence. And when you think about we've all served locally, right? We all want to encourage people to get involved in our political system. The best representatives are those that are homegrown and are motivated to do this kind of service, like a public servant and servant leadership. And when we are faced with violence and attacks, it doesn't matter how strong people look on the outside, it shakes you on the inside. There is absolutely no reason why Leader Jeffrey's family should be concerned about his safety. Nobody should have to deal with that kind of hate and violence on a regular basis. And so we can nitpick all of the little details, but fundamentally, this is not okay, and this is not normal. It's not. And when you have a president who is giving away $40 billion of our tax money to a foreign entity and not taking care of what's going on at home, but also, by the way, enriching themselves, I think that that's a conversation we should be having. But when we talk about signs here and there, and I mean, I was in Tucson, it is beautiful. There are like 4,000 people there, all walks of life, all ages. The vast majority had never gone to a protest before. That's pretty cool. And I think what that shows, and it's an indication of the general unhappiness.
There was like a live that was going on right now, and it was talking about Trump. So I basically did that, and that was like a bonus, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't even a part of my plan. It was not even a part of my plan. All right, so let's get back on the plan. Let's get back on what we're really supposed to be doing. That right there was really not a part, but I wanted to see what they was talking about because the government is still shut down, and some of this stuff is very important about what's going on. Because this is our lives. We have to leave this. Donald Trump is the billionaire, yeah, and he's the president. So right now, he's not caring about nobody but himself, and that's messed up because I didn't vote for him, but people did. He won the election allegedly by cheating, but we already passed that now. So, you know, only thing we can try to correct this or make it right, or so he got to get up out of there. And then with the government shut down, guess what? Can't nobody really do nothing. That's why I say he trying to get rid of the whole government. He gonna shut it all down. Why are people calling me now? Damn. Hold on.
of President Trump's massive new ballroom. Nancy Cordes is at the White House, as she often is. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Yeah, as we head into week 4 of this shutdown, President Trump is set to meet with Republican senators today, but there's still no sign of serious bipartisan talks. Though there is one development, a potential vote this week on a bill to pay essential workers and service members. Troops have been on the job, many of them only getting a paycheck by pulling from other military funds. The shutdown, however, is not getting in the way of construction here at the White House for a 90,000 square foot ballroom that is being built with private funds. That partially demolished building you're looking at is actually.
Do y'all believe that? Who funded him some money to tear down the east wing of the White House and build a ballroom? I don't believe that at all. I don't believe he was funded it. Either he using his money or they might have helped him, but I don't believe that. I mean, why would you need a ballroom in the White House when you almost ready to do what? Oh, he just he just pisses me off. But the government is shut down, and you doing this stuff. This is what you decide to do. Why the government is shut down. Why people are struggling. Why food is continually to go up, because it's going up again. Foodstamps allegedly supposed to be shutting down. Like, this is what your priority is? Allegedly, health care is going to go up. Hospitals and different type of organizations and nursing homes, facilities, different facilities is closing down. Are you serious? And you worrying about a ballroom? This is the president that y'all elected. You worrying about a ballroom at these times like this right now? Times is hard. People out here struggling. We ain't even get a chance to talk about the Section 8 part. Because in some states, the Section 8 already stopped getting funds. And you worrying about freaking... Come on now. This is out of control. He just basically shitting in our face.
The east wing of the White House, which started to come down yesterday. And that took a lot of people by surprise because back in July, President Trump said the ballroom, quote, won't interfere with the current building. He said it was going to be an entirely separate building. But then a couple days ago, he reversed that, saying that the east wing would be demolished. He said everything out there is coming down. Mr. Trump says the East Wing, where the First Lady's office is located, is being fully modernized and will be more beautiful than ever when it is complete. But still no explanation from the White House, Tony, about why the plans changed.
Because he a liar. That's why. They changed because he is a liar. Not only that, he then took the Oval Office and made that to like a gold exchange room. He got all this gold, because you know he got these gold coins that got his face on them that he been selling. He done posted all this gold stuff all around the Oval Office. Talking about it's better than ever. He just changing history for real. He's changing the government as we know it, y'all. He's taking it out. He's watch what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all this. You gotta pay attention. Y'all think it's getting hard now. It's gonna be hard for everybody. Like food gonna stop coming over here. We gonna go back to like, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Shit gonna be closing down more rapidly than what it already is. People gonna be like they saying, like I people already talking about hitting Walmarts, and they talking in Walmart. So I don't know. Walmart might I don't know. They gonna have to get some police. Cause put the security, they gonna need popo. Cause people is on the internet talking about how they gonna run up in there and basically take some stuff. And for real, it already happened in Chicago, and it's not even November the 1st. So it's just crazy. And like I was saying, like, just be careful, because if you taking stolen goods to your car, you still gotta pull off, and then 9 times out of 10, you already know Walmart got hella cameras, the best technology cameras that they are, state of the art. You know what I'm saying? They got AI shit and all of this. Walmart got it. Y'all going to jail. All the way to jail. Let's get back into this.
To improve the all-electric Subaru Solterra, we went back and made it go farther, charge faster.
Why would you mess with the White House?
The president also spoke about the White House ballroom construction during his Oval Office.
Hold on, bro. He don't even own the White House. You the president. The White House is just, oh my God, what's wrong with him? This man has lost his damn mind. And they letting him do this stuff. That's the crazy part about it. They just letting him do this. I don't get it.
Office event. At times, you could actually hear the construction happening in the background. And the cost is rising, up to $300 million. Weijia Jiang has the story.
As construction crews continue to tear down the east wing of the White House.
Nobody's actually seen anything quite like it. I think it'll be one of the great ballrooms anywhere in the world.
President Trump showed off the plan.
It's really an honor to add that great ballroom to the structures in Washington. It's going to be one of the great ballrooms of the world, and I think it's going to be something you're all going to be very proud of.
The 90,000 square foot ballroom, once finished, will be nearly double the size of the main White House building. The demolition has taken many by surprise after Trump said this in July.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it, and pays total respect to the existing building, which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite.
The First Lady's office has already been demolished. A family theater and a gift shop will also be flattened. In a new letter to the Trump administration, the National Trust for Historic Preservation wrote that the addition will overwhelm the White House itself and urged officials to pause the demolition until the plans have been reviewed by the National Capital Planning Commission, which approves plans for federal buildings. Brian Green was a commissioner until July.
This is part of our heritage. This is part of our story as Americans, and we deserve to have that conversation about its fate and what happens to it.
Tourists we spoke with on site were torn over the president's project.
It's a desecration, really, I think. I don't know that anybody particularly wants a big ballroom.
JFK had a swimming pool, so, he's adding his touch, and it's going to be beautiful when it's done.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Weijia Jiang at the White House.
But what is it contributing to the people of what is it contributing to us? We probably would never be able to party in the ballroom. I mean, for why? What is the purpose? And this is not making sense to me. It's really not. Like, you just want to destroy stuff that don't even need to be destroyed. He could have just left the White House like it was and just built that on the side, like on the architect that he just showed us. Basically, it wasn't even going to be attached to it. So why take the east wing off? So now it's going to be attached to it. Help me.
All right, so I just got the list here of some of the donors, and it's a who's who of the biggest companies in America, and in fact, biggest companies in the world. Apple, Google, looking here, Microsoft, Blackstone, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, T-Mobile, Cantor Fitzgerald. So here's Lockheed Martin. Yeah, Palantir. These are just some of the biggest and most well-known companies in the world.
Back in Washington, the East Wing of the White House, which stood since 1942, it's gone. Demolished in just a few days to make way for a new $300 million ballroom. Now, lawmakers are demanding more transparency as President Trump defends the project. Caitlin Huey-Burns reports.
New satellite images show the East Wing standing before it was demolished this week and after, virtually gone and reduced to rubble to make room for President Trump's 90,000 square foot ballroom.
It's going to cost right in the neighborhood of $300 million. It's been expanded and made absolutely, it'll be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world.
But a lawsuit filed Thursday against the president and the director of National Park Service seeks to stop the destruction, claiming the East Wing demolition and ballroom construction were done without legally required approvals or reviews. The White House said the president has full legal authority.
When it comes to phase one of this project, the tearing down of the current East Wing structure, a submission is not required legally for that.
Democrats on the House Oversight Committee sent a letter to the White House demanding greater transparency, requesting architectural plans, a budget, and a list of donors. The White House did release a partial list of the project's donors that includes major companies, which CBS News previously confirmed.
So there's been total secrecy. This is an iconic structure. It is a designated historic landmark.
Exactly, and I did not believe it. I just can't believe that people is actually paying into this. They could have took that $300 million and gave it to the people that need they're gonna stand at the end of the day. Like, that's crazy to me that they're gonna take a historical, but this is not his house. It's the White House. This was here before he was born. Like, I don't even understand how is this even possible. This is insane.
And there are just so many questions on every level.
And the questions continue. That was Caitlin Huey-Burns reporting.
The images of the East Wing of the White House being reduced to rubble to make way for a new ballroom were jarring for many Americans. Take a look at this before and after. These images show it all. You have the old structure on the left, and you have the new structure without the East Wing there on the right. Some people are questioning whether the iconic building really did need a Chip and Joanna Gaines style demo day. Chip loves the demo day, doesn't he?
He does.
But President Trump isn't the first president to put his personal touch on the People's House. The administration has pointed out that most presidents have made alterations to the building and its grounds. Some of the most noteworthy include Teddy Roosevelt's addition of the West Wing, which is now used by the president and the top staff, Harry Truman's complete gutting of the building's interior, and he added a second-floor balcony, and Richard Nixon's conversion of Franklin Roosevelt's indoor swimming pool to the White House briefing room. So is President Trump's ballroom really that groundbreaking? Someone who knows the ins and outs.
Yes, it is. The whole thing, they additions, gutted out. They didn't tear down pieces. If anything, they added on. Gutting it out is something different because you still got the structure. You tore down the whole structure. Like, gutting out is something different. Now, that's what he should have did. Like, gutted it out, added on, and it probably wouldn't be $300 million. But even still, that money could have been used for something else. That could have been used for the homeless people. That could have been used for anything else besides that. Come on now. And I don't know how long he think he's going to be there. Because I'm quite sure if we make it through this election, he did not unravel the whole economy. And if he don't, please, Lord Jesus, something got to happen. Because this is wrong. This is wrong. And this is at the time when you taking from the Americans. Okay, I understand, get the people out, get the ISIS out, and this, that, and the third. But there's a lot that he doing. He getting the people out. He's taking health care away, trying to, allegedly he done took the food stamps away, and he took away some Section 8 housing. And then he's taking out the whole public housing, the whole housing, period. All of this stuff about to be gone. So guess what? In that same note, if he take that out, there's gonna be no more social services. Because why do we need social services? Is there no more food stamps and stuff like that? So they gonna be not having a job. Then you're gonna turn around the Section 8 housing authority that we have mostly in all the cities that we have in this country. They ain't gonna have no job. So I'm trying to understand, like, what is he doing? What is he really doing? I'm thinking that he's just trying to get rid of the whole everything. And then I hear the other day he's trying to take out the IRS. Like, it's just going down. There's not gonna be no government by the time he finished. What's gonna be left for us as far as the government? There's gonna be no more government assistance, because if he is unraveling everything, as far as the government funding, that's gonna be money that I guess I don't even know what's his plan to do with it, because the money ain't going out to the people. So what is the next step? How is people gonna get help? You got people getting put out almost every day right now. People basically after the first. I want to see what's gonna happen after the first, because it's gonna be a hot mess. Well, after the first, food stamps don't even come out on the first, as far as I know. But far as like some people that be on food stamps do get like subsidized money from the food stamp facility, which is social services. But if all of that stops, then what's going to happen with the people? Then you blowing up. He done blew up 13 boats already, allegedly, that's coming over here bringing the drugs and this and the third. So now, people going to just be sick all over the place, because if you can't get your medicine, you can't get, basically, you probably ain't going to be able to go to the hospital unless you're going to have to pay for that shit up front. They even get seen. Because if you taking out the health insurance, what's next? You got to pay for your services right there, or they going to bill you later. Because you have to still pay. They not going to, people, I mean, this is going to be hectic.
Out of the White House and its history is author and presidential historian Alexis Coe. Alexis, I'm so glad that you're here for this discussion, because this is something that we've been talking about really between commercial breaks. And so we want to learn a little bit more about this context. The administration says that this is really a living and breathing building that's been changing with all of these presidencies. Is that an argument that you agree with?
I did see that press conference, and I have heard what they have to say and seen some of the historic images. And there's some crucial context that's missing, which is when Harry Truman gutted the White House, it's because it was structurally unsound. The joke was that it was still standing out of habit. His daughters, had come down through the ceiling. Wow. So there really were voids. So a lot of the expansion that you're talking about was to make the residence function in a better way for the family, not for big dinners, balls, weddings almost. What we're seeing are small additions or real necessities. And they've always gone through a process that it has not gone through. Even residential owners of homes I know in my 2,500 person village in New York are saying, how has he gotten through this without permitting? And I think that is a definite concern. So while it is true there have been changes made by every president, there is nothing to the scale. Trump's changes will dwarf the White House. That's never been said.
Well, you mentioned that most of these changes in the past have sort of been necessary, especially the Truman one. Trump is arguing that this expansion is necessary to host those very big gatherings, for international relations. What is your take on that?
Stand down.
That seems like an exaggeration to me. And I want to really state that while there have been calls for different changes to the areas where they host, the numbers don't usually swell past 200. And so some updates, a small, modest expansion certainly would have been reasonable, but this isn't anything like that. This is going to hold anywhere from 600 to 900 people. That's not diplomacy. You can't really work a room for the better good of the nation with that kind of number. That is something else entirely. And so the question is, also because this is, I think the reason it's bothering people so much, and this is really across the aisle, is that presidents tend to build libraries and autocrats tend to build ballrooms. One is for the expansion of the mind, learning, reflection, and the other invites applause. And so this is sort of a metaphor for a country right now.
And Alexis, really quickly, because we're running out of time, but the East Wing obviously is historic because it's part of the White House. But how old is it? I mean, the first cornerstone was laid in 1792. The White House was first inhabited in 1800. There was a fire in the War of 1812. So some of it has been rebuilt. Tell us a little bit about the East Wing, if you can quickly.
I'd love to give you a quick timeline because there is confusion around this, and it's one about George Washington. He didn't live in the president's house. There were other locations, first New York, then Philadelphia, but he was well aware of what was being built and he was very excited. And then it was razed and burned by the British during the War of 1812. It was then rebuilt. Teddy Roosevelt did expand it to make it more of a working residence. And then we see it sort of grow out, but again, out of necessity, out of modernization, and a reflection of the nation rather than a reflection of the person who's occupying the office. The reason the Washington Monument is unlike any other, it's just an obelisk, there's no face, is because Washington, as the first president, set the precedent and also made it known that the president's a unifying figure. They're not a personalized figure. The nation would be going forward without them.
Alexis Coe, thank you so much for the context and the details. More to come on that.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse posted this on social media. National nightmare. Joining us now is Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island. Senator, thank you very much for joining us tonight. As the week began last week, I was out of the country, but I know at first it wasn't easy to eat.
Yeah, but Donald Trump is basically trying to dismantle everything as we know it. Like, he's basically taking it down, literally. I just can't really understand my own brain. Let me see. Let's get into this food stamp crisis stuff. Just we gonna definitely see how it's gonna all pan out, but people already basically talking about if it go down, they gonna be in line and all of this stuff, and it's going down. It's going down. Let's see what we're still gonna share. But Trump is definitely he is. I understand do your own thing, but my whole thing is like there will never be the same again. It will never be the same again. That's why I say he's trying to change history. Everything as we know, he's trying to change. Even at one time he was talking about taking school out, dismantling the school board of education and public schools. And I did hear that they was gonna stop doing the free lunch thing and all of this stuff. And that's another thing that's going to hurt people because if you stop the free lunch for the kids that's in school and you stop in food stamps, now everybody gonna be hungry, even in school. If you didn't stop the lunch in school, the food stamps, these kids ain't gonna have nothing to eat at school. Some of them barely have food to eat at home. So, I mean, some kids, they go to school to eat or go to school to basically, you know what I'm saying? everybody is not fortunate, but at the end of the day, you taking food out people's mouths. It's gonna really get hard out here. It's already hard, but it's going to get ridiculous. It's definitely going to get extra hard for people to survive. And then he was saying something about taking school out period, where so people gonna be homeschooling the kids. So I was like, there's gonna be some dumbass kids out here. If he take out school period and make everybody homeschool their children, these kids think they ain't gonna be think they ain't right now. They really ain't gonna be right. It's not funny, but it's just sad. Like he want to take off everything, cut it all out. Like what? He said, "Gotta go," and it's sad. But yeah, let's look at some of this food stamp stuff real quick. Some people was making jokes about it. Some people was coming hard about it. Everybody have their own opinions about the stamps and stuff, you know.
I get paid next week, but I can wait until y'all start grabbing stuff, and then save the little bit of money that I got. But I need to know the exact day though, cause make sure I ain't gotta work and make sure I ain't got nothing going on. Probably need a ride cause I don't want to drive my car. But just whatever day that's gonna be, just say yeah, this the day we still in the stuff is this. Just drop it down there low and let me know. I'll be. Do anybody know the day that we gonna start stealing the groceries and stealing the stuff out the stores? Cause I get paid next week, but I can wait until y'all start grabbing stuff, and then save the little bit of money that I got. But I need to know the exact day though, cause make sure I ain't gotta work and make sure I ain't got nothing going on. Probably need a ride cause I don't want to drive my car. But just whatever day that's gonna be, just say yeah, this the day we still in the stuff is this. Just drop it down there low and let me know. I'll be. Do anybody know the day that we going?
Some people is making light of it, like it's a joke, but for real,
I get paid next week, but
if it's gonna happen, it ain't gonna be funny. Some people really need food stamps, and some people really need government assistance. Everybody is not fortunate to be working and supporting their own self. But I mean, this right now, get up and get an e-bike, start doing some door dashing, start doing something. Because at the end of the day, if this really happened, it's gonna hurt a lot of people. So you got to get out there and hustle, do something.
And it's all political. And this is all because of Trump, basically.
Because
No. And why the food stamp people?
it's gonna be a real situation, and ain't nobody gonna probably sit there and let their babies go hungry, and that's on God, So it might get hectic. Hopefully it don't. Hey Sweatco. Hopefully it don't get hectic. But yeah, it might get hectic out here. Like really hard and really messed up for some people. I mean, some people shade the light to it, making it funny, but it's not funny to see somebody hungry though. It's really not, especially when you really can't help people like you want to because you probably struggling too. It's just gonna be hard.
How the food stamp people cut off my stamps Thursday? Told me I couldn't get them no more, whatever the case is. They told me the reason why. Do I agree? Not necessarily, but they still cut them off. And so I'm really going to assume and be very delusional and say that God is doing new things in my life. Like God is doing new things. God is doing new things, right? He gotta be, because he would not allow me to lose my stamps knowing I ain't have no way to eat. Well, like I got money and stuff like that, but groceries is expensive, dog. Groceries is high. Like
I see people like her. Basically, she saying she got money to eat, she got a job, and this, and the third, and this, and the third. Like, this ain't funny. Because it's real people that's going to be out here that's really freaking struggling and trying to eat and trying to make a way. You know, like, you getting on here talking about, like, I got money, but that, what I'm saying, you food too high. Like, and this is probably why they stopping a lot of things, because people like this gets up on social media and talk like this and say things like this, like it's cool. That's not cool. Because for real, if you didn't need it, you shouldn't have signed up for it. That's on God. Like, that's on free. Like, what the hell? Like, really? Then you on here talking like all crazy like that?
I was not trying to use my money to pay for groceries. Like, food stamp me anytime. I'm not ashamed to say, baby, yes, hand me your food stamps any time of the day or month. I will gladly take them. I'm not ashamed of food stamps. Like, and they cut mine off. So I really feel like this is God just telling me you no longer need them, because I'm about to take you to new heights, new places, to where you're not even gonna need a food stamp. So I'ma just rejoice now, because Thursday that kind of hit me a little bit. That kind of rattled my spirit. Like, I was low-key a little upset. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little salty. But as I thought about it, even then he was talking to me Thursday, like, I'm doing new things, whatever the case is. But I wasn't trying to hear that. Y'all know I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wasn't trying to hear that. I'm like, I need to eat. I'm not trying to spend 200 buckaroos of my money on no food when I can just get it from the government.
That's it.
But he dealt with me. He talked to me and stuff like that. And I'm just here to say I'm excited. At first, I was mad. I was upset. What's crazy is I woke up that day like, I'm gonna have a great day today. I'm speaking life into myself. I'm speaking life into my day. And the day was going great. No lie, the day was going great. Work was great. Everything was going great. And then boom, I got that phone call. You no longer getting stamps. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't even know they call you now. Tell you ain't get no food stamps. I mean, I used to get stamps a couple years ago, but I didn't know they call you and tell you that you ain't gonna get no more food stamps. I know you get a letter in the mail. That's how it was back in the day, but I don't know. A lot of things is different these days. But for you to come up on here and just be like,
My day kind of went down after that, but I picked it back up though. I picked it back up, or not me, God picked me back up. He fixed my spirit, he fixed my mood, and allowed me to see things from a different perspective, a different light. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, because if I truly want God to do great things in my life, new things, big things, whatever the case is, I can't still expect little things that I no longer need. Like, if God's finna take me up, he know I'm not gonna need food stamps with where I'm going. And then cut them down. Do you trust me to provide for you? Do you trust me to know your every need? Because if I truly, really did need food stamps, I'm pretty sure God would have kept me on it. Like, God wouldn't have did me like that. So this is just another celebration to God is doing new things. God is doing great things. Despite my steps being gone. Despite my steps being gone, God is doing his thing. God is doing his big one. For that, I just want to thank God in advance. And thanking God, now you get all the praise, you get all the glory, you get everything. Because without you, none of this would even be possible in the first place. So you was good enough to allow me to get on stamps in the first place. And now you good enough to allow me to be off of them. Thank you, Jesus. And just thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I don't even know why I just got so happy all of a sudden, but thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I don't even know what the end goal.
Swecko said that's a defense mechanism. It might be, but the crazy part about it is the things she was saying in the beginning. Saying like, I need him, but I don't need him, but I need him, but I don't need him. But maybe God trying to put me in a different path and show me that he'll provide. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it could be a defense mechanism because you didn't needed them. You just wanted them, so you can use your regular money to basically do what you want to buy. And you know what I'm saying? That's basically what she was basically saying. She didn't really need them, but she ain't want to spend her money, $200 on, regular food. Food prices is going up, which I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You can use that 200 and put it on a light bill. Get it? I get it. But at the same time, don't come on the internet and act like you don't need it, but you do need it, but you don't need it. Like, it's just crazy. She's frantic.
Of this message was just I don't even know. But thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. And why the food stamp people cut off my stamps Thursday? Told me I couldn't get them no more, whatever the case is. They told
Yeah, I just believe some people don't even be needing to get up on social media saying crazy stuff. I guess that was the viral moment, because certain things shouldn't even be said because it's really people out here that really need it, and it's people like you that's just taking advantage of the opportunity to even get some daggone stamps. People like me, I can't even get them. Like the fuck, you know what I'm talking about? I make too much, but I feel as though I don't. But I just have to get necessities and stuff like that.
Grocery shopping next month, y'all need to be very.
But some people shouldn't even be getting up here just talking crazy like that, saying crazy stuff.
careful because apparently.
Here's the way out and very little fuller. Yeah, but some of these
They done already got started. Y'all know next month a lot of people not gonna get their food stamps and they SNAP benefits, and a lot of people gonna be desperate and.
that's what they call them.
Came out here last night talking about how they had an emergency evacuate the Walmart because people done stormed up in there trying to put stuff in their bag.
That's what they call SNAP benefits.
Baby, when y'all.
Trump administration says it will not use emergency funds to pay for federal food benefits with a fast approaching deadline. CBS's Christina Fan will not use
It's just going down. That's all
emergency
I know.
funds
Hold
to pay
on,
for
this food stamp thing is going out of control. And so they saying Trump administration said that he's not giving out no emergency money and stuff like that for the food stamp people. I don't understand. What is people going to do though? Because people are already talking about not having Thanksgiving and this, that, and the third. It's just going down. Me either. Women.
federal food benefits with a fast approaching deadline. CBS's Christina Fan is in New York with details on that. Christina.
Well, Tarika, 1 in 8 Americans rely on SNAP benefits, and tonight there is mounting worry for them. They might not be able to afford food with money running out 1 week from today.
I think people are starting to panic.
Food banks around the country are flashing warning signs.
We've been having about 7 to 10 new people a day this week. Look at that. There was.
Sweco said me even. I try and I'm taking care of a person who is able and she is on a special diet and it's expensive. Girl, you tell me. I was juicing for a minute. I can't even afford to pay for my daggone fruit, for my juices no more like I could, because it keep on going up. It just keep on going up, and you cannot stay basically in the bracket, like what I'm saying, because I was juicing, but I just was juicing. I wasn't juicing like to just be on juice. Now that's something different. Only I started because somebody at my job is like, that's a good way to help you lose weight. But at the same time, my fat is I be eating on the juice, and I ain't really supposed to because the juice nutrition is supposed to be like food. But in my mind, if I don't eat and juice is not you know what I'm saying, it don't really fill you up. You know, now what the nutritionist said, instead of juicing, eat the damn fruit. Like cut the fruit up and eat it. Don't juice it because you're taking out all the nutrition out of the daggone fruit by juicing it. Like all of that stuff that you throwing away, all of that is like the nutritions and all of that stuff. And I'm like, oh wow, you just learn something new like every day. Stealing food. Already people's fame. Right, and that's another thing. I thought I had a clip. But yeah, people already is they going like it ain't even November yet. And then a lot of people was talking about hitting the Walmart. Walmart. Like everybody like, yeah, they going to Walmart and run off with uh carts of food and all of that stuff. I said Walmart need to get some real police in there, real like today, like now, because I don't know if they be watching social media. I'm quite sure that people work at Walmart then probably seen some of these videos.
Full this morning.
The pantry at Calvary Episcopal Church in Kentucky ran out of food for the first time in its 43-year history.
We feel like this is the tip of the iceberg.
Members of the California National Guard are now deployed to help food banks in the state. In Massachusetts, 16% of residents rely on SNAP benefits, which provide an average of $187 a month, or about $6 a day. Democratic Governor Maura Healey holds President Trump responsible.
Leadership is a choice. And sadly, President Trump has chosen to take away food from people all around this country.
Aboard Air Force One, President Trump told reporters he's not to blame.
Well, I'm going to let some other people talk. I'll have a comment on that later, but the Democrats are stopping it.
The sudden loss in federal food aid will ripple beyond homes into stores and businesses. Every dollar in SNAP benefits generates $1.54 in economic activity.
Quite a bit of our sales come from EBT recipients. Right now it's making up about 10 to 15% of our total sales a month.
And Democrats say they will not vote to reopen the government unless there is an extension of health care subsidies for millions.
And that's another thing they got to realize. A lot of these businesses and all of this stuff, they going to lose out because a lot of people using the stamps to get food, and a lot of these stores is accepting it. And this is how they make, a way too. Because at the end of the day, if they do that, just imagine how many people get stamps or government assistance. People use it to pay their bills and pay their stuff like that. Get necessities for their house, tissue, soap powder, and all of that kind of stuff. And guess what? A lot of stores, it's not going to be getting funded, or ain't nobody going to be going in the stores. Like you said, they're going to be stealing. You're going to be taking that shit. They ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we ain't got our funding. We ain't got, what we need to get what we want. So people these days ain't trying to be going without. They going to go up in there and get it. And that's on period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you mean? Like, if y'all ain't going to give it to me, I'm going to go get it. And I ain't even going to be laughing because it's not funny. But that's what they going to do. They going to go up in there and get what they need and take what they want. Yeah. Walmart already, let me show y'all this. experience a situation. And that's another thing because they saying that Walmart is the biggest name that they saying like on the internet, on TikTok. Everybody keeps talking about going up in Walmart. Why Walmart? Like Walmart got everything. I ain't gonna lie though. Walmart have all the shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Walmart definitely got everything you need. Clothes, Pampers, whatever you need. Walmart got it. Tires, oil. Some Walmarts even got gas. Walmart have damn near it's like a one shop now for everything. You know, because back in the day, Walmart didn't sell groceries and all of that stuff. You know, Walmart was like a Target. You know, now Walmart didn't expand. They got fucking Sam's is with them. Like shit. Why not branch that off and bring some of that market up in here? They getting money. Walmart getting money. And for real, stores like that, what they should do when stuff is like effed up and they know how the way the economy is, they should drop some prices or have like special days where as though you can get like, you know, stuff for like cheap. You know what I'm saying? On special days. Like, all right, this Friday we gonna have like, you know what I'm saying, everything 50% off or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the people. Because if it ain't for us buying the stuff, then it won't be no Walmart, it won't be no Sam's Club, it won't be none of these stores. Because we are the customers, we are the consumers, we are the people that's making them the money. Without us shopping, ain't gonna be no stores. Because at the end of the day, half of that food gonna go bad. They're gonna have to throw it away. Now you losing money. Either way is fucked up. All right, what you saying? Oh, shoot, let me put the sun on. Got to feed the babies. I saw on YouTube was many people stealing. Yeah, up Chicago. I seen that. Chicago is going off, girl. Oh, they having another riot right now. Well, it was like before I got on.
Big statement by President Reagan. Reagan was a big supporter of tariffs when needed. And we need tariffs for national security.
And see, this is already before, this ain't even the first. So that's my thing. People doing stuff before the first even came. Or, you know what I'm saying? The first ain't even here yet and they already acting the fool. So that's why I said Walmart gonna need the National Guard. Yo, they gonna need the National Guard or they gonna have to shut it down. What else they gonna do? Because people is gonna be a hot mess storming through there. They ain't say Giants. They ain't say Whole Foods, Wise. They ain't they ain't say none of that. They said they ain't say Kroger's. They said Walmart. Swickle said, I think this is the pain. Walmart already. And he had on. It's going down. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be safe, y'all. You know, just be safe. With going out to these different stores when the time comes because people gonna be probably riding us over and all of that stuff, and we just trying to get in, get out, mind our goddamn business. Cause I ain't trying to get caught up stealing shit. somebody give me something that's different, but I ain't Mm-mm. Baby, I ain't going down for a motherfucking can soda. Don't play with me. You gonna get me caught up in that mess.
So they're planning on
I
cutting
still got a whole
food
little
stamps for
job that I
25
need to have.
states in November. And this is a very sad thing because every family, no matter who you are, deserves to
Yeah,
have
but
a good.
this is the real thing. And this lady, she basically talking about Thanksgiving and basically da 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 boo 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 bugada bugada. Yeah.
Thanksgiving. This is a very sad thing. There are people who work 40 hours a week and still need food stamps. There are people who do not work and they have a lot of kids and they need them. This is a very sad thing. What I can say to prepare for this is go ahead and find out what food banks in your area give out food each week or each month and try to get down there and get that food now because you don't want November the 1st to hit and you don't have any food for your family. Go and contact your family, friends, any organizations that can help you. If you do work, maybe try to come up with a budget to kind of stretch out what you do have. So they're planning on cutting food stamps for 25 states in November. And this is a very sad thing because every family, no matter who you are, deserves to have a good Thanksgiving. This is a very sad thing. There are people who work 40 hours a week and still need food stamps. There are people who do not work and they have a lot of kids and they need them. This is a very sad thing. What I can say to prepare for this is go ahead and find out what food banks in your area give out food each week or each month and try to get down there and get that food now because you don't want November the 1st to hit and you don't have any food for your family. Go and contact.
Let me audit you back. What's up, brother? From another mother? Can you hear me?
No, I don't hear you. I just forgot to hit the mic button. What's
Oh.
up there?
I can
This Snaps EBT and stuff is going to be crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get out of control.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What they gonna do? They might have to shut the Walmarts down. Cause I'm
They're
quite sure they seen this on social media. I know they did. Or if they didn't, somebody put them aware. Because it's a lot of people. I mean, I done ran through. Only like cause I don't want to put them down in like no bed. Like so, only did like I grabbed like two little clips. I ain't do nothing real like hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to encourage people. You know what I'm saying? To go up in there, but people already running up in there doing stuff.
I worked at Walt or a Family Dollar a few years back. People be running out every damn day with
Oh yes.
grocery carts and stuff full of stuff, and
Yo.
none of this was going on.
Right,
So
and
I,
just
I can't imagine
imagine.
what's
Right.
about to
Oh
happen.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. And it's
but
crazy because look,
it,
one
I
day.
did see news reports that WalMarts are going to be closing.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, and that means more people going. You know what I'm saying? Because some people need to get paid too. It ain't they fault. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real terrible. It's gonna get real terrible. Like I'm trying to say, it's gonna be so messed up.
well, we
And
got 4 days.
yeah, no,
I mean,
I ain't in that mess.
anything can happen. So
Yeah, you think they gonna open it up?
I hope so. Otherwise, they just want to see the civil unrest
That's what Trump
because
wants.
it's both sides that are holding it up. Neither one of them wants to open the government because they want to see the civil unrest. They want to see us angry and divided and attacking each other so they
But
can.
these people is not probably going to get paid for not even, saying being to work in what is this 28 days now?
The military is going to get.
Yeah, the
They're going to lose
military. I
their
played that
pay.
earlier, but
Yeah.
for as like a lot of the government people, he said he don't know if he's gonna pay them or not. So it's still up in
It's
the air.
fine with me, but give me my tax money
You
back.
better you gonna say it's fine.
Yeah, they don't work for us. They work for themselves, and
True,
they
true.
work on our dime. I don't care if they get paid or not, but if you're gonna shut down the government, give me my tax money back.
All right, so listen, how you feel about my opinion? This is just my opinion. Like I was saying, I don't know if you was on here earlier, when I had first came on, but I think he's trying to get away with the whole government, and he just want to be a dictator. He want to be like the other countries, where though we don't have no government because this man he trying to take our ass out. He
Oh,
trying to do a lot of shit.
Orange Man.
Yes. You hear
Nah,
about that?
I don't watch the news. Um, I think
Right, he
he's
trying to be like Putin, yeah. Absolutely. He trying to
no,
make us basically like we gonna be a third world country. If he stay up in here, why you think he trying to stop all of this stuff? It's not just because people being lazy. It's
are,
not
are
just
you
because
are you aware of like the New World Order and all that crap?
kind of sorta. The mark of the beast and all of that craziness.
No, the New World Order is
Oh.
a one world government, and pretty much that's what I believe Trump is against stopping. I think he's
But
trying to start a different world order where there's peace among nations is what I think he's trying to do.
hell no. Hell no. I don't think
Yeah.
he's trying to find
Well,
peace.
we're
If you can't find peace in your own country, how you gonna find peace in the world? Because
we can't find we can't find peace here because people are idiots.
this right here is gonna start a whole new situation. You
Yeah, but
understand what I'm saying?
this
People have to eat.
yeah.
And did you see the clip that I played earlier? Hospitals is closing down.
Yep.
What you call them homes of for like older people. The other day I watched in California, they shut down a whole it was like a place where people go with mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He stopping funding for a lot of stuff. And now these people have to find places to go or they people have to come and get them and have to deal with it. And not only that, like I was saying earlier, people need medications and stuff like that.
Right.
We
But
can't. A lot of people can't afford that.
is that Trump shutting it down, or is that part of the government being shut down because Trump didn't shut down the government? The government shut it down. Both sides did.
Both sides. And hold on, let me play this.
Yeah, both sides
Hold
did.
on, hold
Neither
on.
one of them.
Let me see.
Neither one of them
Still
want the
talking.
damn thing open because they don't want to be responsible. They've only met 12 times in 3 months.
Is this still live? Let me see. Because now all of a sudden they keep buffering. Because I played some of it earlier, whereas though a couple of the Democrats they is basically pushing back on a lot of things that Trump is doing, and they saying that this is what they saying on national TV or national news or whatever. that they
Yeah,
trying
fake
to get it
news.
back open and stuff like that, right? All of that, right? So, my thing is, they've been trying to reach out to him allegedly, what they saying, and they haven't got no answer and all of this stuff allegedly. So, my thing is like, I don't know. It's getting out of control.
Just
It's really getting out of control with me. Like, I mean, I'm to the point. Like, I mean, I me per se personally, I'm not really like, I care for the people. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I ain't gonna say like I'm gonna be 100% okay or good, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying, even our little stores around here, our markets and stuff like that, if they gonna do that to Walmart, just imagine what they doing to like what they gonna do to Giants and other food stores like that and stuff like that that we have to frequent. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if they shut all the markets down, then that's gonna be a problem. Because now, hold the fuck. You understand what I'm saying?
oh yeah, if Walmart shuts down, then all the local stores get hit, and
Exactly.
those stores have a harder time,
Trying
you
to get
know.
back together, and you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because they don't have the collateral that Walmart has, the
Exactly.
billions of dollars.
So regardless of what, it's still going to hit. You know what I'm saying? It might don't hit immediately, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to
You
definitely hit.
remember when those Korean store owners got up on their rooftops in California for the riots in California?
And hold on, did you see which it's going down again in Chicago? It's going
Of
down
course.
again. They is why they went up in some stores already. They done already, man. Chicago look a hot mess right now, a hot mess. And now the mayor, he got up on there yesterday and he was like, we need to just end this. After you told them people to stand up and all that, Swecko said, don't hit my stores. But he went up on there yesterday, and was basically, after you done pump these people up, allegedly, now you sitting up there talking about he want the people to like chill because it's getting out of control. They hitting up businesses, they running up in stores, they is going crazy up there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So there's a lot going on. That's all
That
I can
was
say.
the whole summer of love where businesses were burned down and people were
Yeah,
unalived,
yeah,
and they're like, oh, we're the good people, you're the fascists, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. And I mean, I
And
don't know.
in the end, we're all human beings. We all bleed red, and we should just get along. Stop thinking about the right or left, and understand that those that are in control are the ones that we should be watching.
Right. I'm about to get this. I'm about to show y'all real quick. You go ahead, keep on talking. I hear you though.
Huh?
I said you go ahead, and keep on talking. I'm
I
trying to find something real quick because
oh.
this was going on. This was going on in Chicago.
But
Okay.
I've
Wait a
got
minute.
a video dropping in a couple days, and you'll see where police constantly hit the mic button to turn it off and cover their cameras, to cover the transparency that we're supposed to have with the police department so that we can understand what they're doing and see that they're doing it legally.
Oh yeah.
Oh, uh, y- yeah.
It's on your page.
Not yet. It's going to be coming up in a few days. I've got three videos premiering over the next 3 days.
Go ahead. Go ahead. How do you premiere it? How would you premiere something?
Um, when you go to your video, you can set it up as a premiere, and then it's not a live, but it's a video that is played live so that you can have interaction with your subscribers.
So you doing it on YouTube or you doing it on StreamYard?
YouTube. StreamYard I would use for a live presentation.
Oh, okay.
With a premiere, basically it's a video that I already recorded, and I set it up to go as a premiere with a 2 or 3 minute buffer in the beginning and a little kind of video intro that, and then that way I can meet with the people that subscribe to the channel and hang out there and chat with them while my videos playing, as
Okay,
opposed to
so
live and being able to talk with them.
all right, so like when you do your pre-recorded video, you would go to YouTube and you push like you gonna share it, like edit, and then it should. Cause I never seen Premiere on mine, and I always was wondering how the hell they do the Premiere. Like I never seen that.
It's when you're saving your video, you can save it as a premiere, as public or to members only or private. It does say save as a premiere and set up premiere below that.
See, I be learning stuff because I be seeing it, and I'm like, how the hell they do it? I never knew. Never knew. So okay, that's okay. That's good to know. But yeah, let's get into this a little bit. All right, I think I played a little bit of this video.
Yeah, the next big video I have coming out is where the guy that pulled a gun on me in Akron is getting arrested for running from police.
Oh,
Karma.
Is that? Oh, that's what you put on there, karma.
Karma is a bitch.
Oh, so that officer that was following that Hellcat, we call them Hellcats up here, but the slingshot.
Yeah.
That's the one you was talking about.
It's not the officer. The guy that was driving it, actually pulled a gun on me outside the title bureau in Akron, Ohio, threatened me, my brother, and two friends of mine that were recording there at the title bureau that day at gunpoint. And to me, that's karma, because now he's getting what? Yeah, a little more than that.
All right, well, we gonna have to wait. Don't tell us yet. We gonna have to wait and see it.
I know. I had a couple shorts out, and
All right, let's get into this a little bit.
No. I want to ask about your conversation with Speaker Johnson over the weekend. Did you discuss any changes to the CR or any way to extend the ACA? It's a private conversation that will remain private.
Given the rise of political violence, and especially this latest threat against you, should members have increased security? And if so, what is the legislative path forward? Could there be a bill on a standalone bill? If there was something in the CR?
Well, Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva said it in such a powerfully eloquent way. But we have a responsibility here in Congress to make sure that everyone can safely do their jobs, particularly in the People's House, because we pride ourselves in this institution as being the entity in the federal government that's closest to the American people, that's out and about with the American people, that reflects the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations, the fears, the concerns, the anxieties, in the words of the framers, the passions of the American people. That's what makes the House so special. And so for members to be able to continue to do their jobs in that regard, we certainly have to increase significantly the amount of safety that is provided. And we continue to work on that. Significant steps have been taken, and more needs to be done. But at the same period of time, what's even more important, in my view, is that we work on issues of importance to the American people. House Democrats are here. We'll be here all week. We were here last week. We were here the week before and the week before that. Ready, willing, and able to do the job, to reopen the government, to address the Republican healthcare crisis, to deal with the fact that America under Donald Trump, including because of his tariffs, has become far too expensive. And the Republicans are doing nothing about it. Literally, these are people, these extremists. I think it was earlier today. They were dining on taxpayer dollars at the White House when they just enacted the largest cut to nutritional assistance in American history. And the consequences of that policy are being felt right now. They literally, Republicans, ripped food out of the mouths of children to provide massive tax breaks to their billionaire donors. And they made those tax breaks permanent.
What you were saying?
I think I saw him talking about how an island might capsize on a video, and I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. And islands are connected by land below the ocean, and there's no way that an island can capsize.
Hold up.
I'm serious.
No, Sweat Coco say we all get hungry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we all do. I'm hungry right now, but I swear to God, that guy said an island would capsize in the video.
Oh, the part I saw earlier, I don't know, but
like 4 years ago, this moron was saying an island would capsize. And I can't trust him ever since he said an island might capsize, because if they get too many troops on one side of it, it might flip over. What the
Yo.
That's it.
This is my first time seeing him. His name, something. I forgot. Johnson.
I'm sorry. You have to see him when he's dumber. Because, I built a boat once, but it wasn't an island.
I can't get myself together. Hold up.
I'm stopping.
Y'all is crazy. She over here typing crazy stuff. You talking crazy stuff. But no, this is for real though. This is for real. It's not funny. It's real talk though. It's nothing funny about it, but
I'm serious. That dude said an
I know
island.
He's serious. That's the part about it. Like I know.
That dude's dumb as hell.
But god damn.
Not my fault.
Oh Lord.
People do what people do.
I'm trying to tell you. Right. I mean, I get it. And then
Oh,
sometimes
no.
I believe they just be talking just to hear themselves talk. Like, and then when they go replay it themselves, they probably be tripping off their own shit. Like, I can't believe I said that.
That, and to try and make us believe what we shouldn't believe.
Man, everybody, Trump a liar, or they all are liars.
100%.
All of them. We don't know absolutely what's going on. We only know what they telling us. And we got to dissect it for our own self. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part about it. We shouldn't even have to do that with our own government. Why lie to us? And then we got to figure out what's a lie and what's not. That's not cool.
That's
why I don't even give a fuck if he do get rid of the motherfucking whole government. Get rid of all of that shit and let's start all over. Because, but get him out of there. Let's start all over with somebody else because at the end of the day, all of them fucked up.
I
All of
think
them.
that's part of the Constitution. And if you want to elect me for president, fine.
I sure will. But let's get into this Chicago shit. This Chicago shit right here. They is on off, and this was a couple hours ago. Because when I first got on, right, I got an alert. I was like, what the hell? So it kind of threw me off when I got on, and I was like, kind of like, should I go here or go there? What, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
this, it's going down all over
Yeah.
the place.
I did a video about Dr. Dave, the debunker of the frauditors. Do you know who he is?
No, I never heard
He left a message asking if I was sad and lonely. Uh, I'm gonna make a video about that.
You finna play too much.
I'm gonna make a good one.
I believe. Yo, let's get into this unrest. This unrest over in
Thank you,
Welcome back.
Sweatco.
It is 12:33. We have some breaking news as we take a view from Sky Fox, which is over the Little Village neighborhood right now. A protest unfolding. We can see from this vantage point the crowd holding Mexican flags and signs. They are protesting the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration. And this is the same neighborhood. And perhaps this is no coincidence. This is happening right during the federal hearing of Customs and Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino, which just let out. That's the neighborhood where he himself appeared in that video deploying tear gas on a crowd as well.
Yeah, that happened over the weekend. Looks like there's a significant number of people there. We'll continue to monitor this protest, but we also want to kind of update you on what has transpired over the morning. The head of U.S. Border Patrol, Gregory Bovino, as Anthony stated, reported to federal court this morning here in Chicago. This is video of him arriving. Judge Sarah Ellis asked pointed questions about incidents where agents used tear gas on crowds like the one Friday in Old Irving Park that unfolded near a Halloween parade filled with children. Judge Ellis has ordered Bovino to report to her daily at 6 p.m. to detail any further use of force. This all stems from a temporary restraining order that was issued in a lawsuit filed by a group of journalists.
Yeah, there have been a couple of complaints, and we are joined this afternoon by law professor from Kent, Carolyn Shapiro, to break down kind of what happened in court today. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we have been reporting this morning that the judge is putting some new parameters on Gregory Bovino here. What is your reaction to what was decided today in that hearing?
Well, she didn't decide a lot. She asked him a lot of questions. She made it clear to him at the outset that she expected him to understand and follow the temporary restraining order that she issued. And she went over part of my sentence line. I wasn't relying on other, but she was curious about making sure that he understood. Well, I have to say, I found really have to have body cameras on. And when she asked him if he had a body camera when he's been out on the street, he said no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a body camera, and he hasn't been trained yet in how to. He's not just any agent. He's actually a defendant in this lawsuit. So the fact that a week later, or more than a week later, so a couple of weeks later, he hasn't actually complied with that basic.
Even if he got a body camera now, people out there filming and all of that, regardless. Why would he need a body cam? Not even only that, he Man, these people is attacking them. Fuck you talking about a body cam? Like, just let somebody just hurt me? Like, I don't get it. Everything is just out of control. Every freaking thing. I just don't be understanding. Even if he got a body cam on or not, what difference is that going to make? When people is targeting them.
Huh? Sorry, I was away from the computer.
I'm trying to understand what is the body camera if he got one or not. I mean, I'm just not understanding.
Where?
This is at Chicago. They taking the guy from ICE, the head, the chief, or
Oh,
whoever's in control. Him to court, and they want him to have a body cam on. And he said he haven't been trained at the wear them and this, that, and the third. But my whole thing is
what?
many people out there filming. What does that matter if he got a body cam or not? If people is attacking him or the troops,
I
if
have
they
a.
showing that on camera, what does that matter? Like you gonna just keep on letting people just
I think
attack you when you see police?
all government agents should have body cameras, and I think that those should
But these people
stream.
are ICE. They ICE agents. But my thing is,
They're federal agents. They are law enforcement officers. They should have streaming live cameras that go to a server that nothing can get turned off. No audio, no video. It should, because the body cam video that I'm about to post has about 40% of it blocked out by audio and about 5% where officers put their fingers and hands over the camera lens so that you can't
right.
see what's going on.
But my thing is, Trump didn't, or whoever sent them over here, which the Orange Man, they should have already knew to wear somebody cam and this and but they probably
Yeah.
didn't even think that it was going to get this bad or this worse. But even
If
still,
they
for
didn't
their
know,
own protection,
if they didn't know, they were stupid.
right? But for their own protection, they
Yeah.
should have had it on their own self. But what I'm saying is, at this point, when we know that most of the protesters is basically trying to harass them and trying to harm them. We already knew this from the beginning of the month when they first came, and they was like pushing up on them, attacking them. Right now it doesn't even matter if they hit the body cam on or not, and then you got other people filming what's going on. So I mean, at the
Uh,
end of the day, body
the-
cam or not, these people are still. They need to just get them up out of there before somebody really. Well, a couple people already got unalive. You know what I'm saying? But they just need to get them out of there until they can find a safe. Make them more safer. Whereas though
well,
they ain't got to deal with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll
the,
be
the
prepared.
ICE has to be there to get rid of, the illegal people.
I understand that, but right now, what I'm saying
And
is
and
they need to pull them out and get
no,
them
if anything, the
prepared.
National Guard's going to come in and reinforce it.
Right, but you understand, get them prepared. Whereas
But
though, like right now, they are not
reg-
prepared. The
I get you, but you know how unprepared we were for all of them to show up and start doing everything they did to us by stealing our identities and stealing our benefits and committing crimes and robbing and raping
they
people.
didn't steal out. They
Yes,
did
they
not
did.
steal. They ain't steal out benefits. They were given to them. It's a
Nope.
difference.
Stolen benefits by a piece of garbage government.
Right. So I mean, like, if I go to a different country and sign up for some benefits,
And if
and they
you
give it to me,
there,
I ain't steal it, did I?
you're
I
not
signed
you're
up.
not going to go to a different country and get any benefits.
But what I'm saying is,
You understand that this is the only country where you can get benefits. You're not going to go anywhere and get anything other than what you can get here. This is the best damn country in the world. You
well,
go
even
anywhere
still,
else, you're going to get fucked.
if I go and sign up for some food stamps and they give them to me, did I steal them?
If you don't deserve them,
Well, if I signed up and they gave them to me, you know what I'm saying?
right?
What
But
can I do?
if you don't deserve them, if you signed up and lied about how much money you made or
That's a
something,
different story,
that's where the problem is
right?
there's so much going on with the corruption of what we're allowed to get from the government, where people are like saying, look at these benefits, maybe I could just lie and get a little bit more, maybe, you know it's a grift that's going
Right,
on.
right.
And
But a
if we
lot
can
of
get
these,
but I get it, we don't shut down the whole government, to get rid of the grift, because there are people that depend on it and they're not
right,
grifting. And I have no
absolutely.
problem with those people. Only people that are grifting the government and the taxpayers, because we support the government. We're the people with the money that put it out there. So if you grift the government, you grift the taxpayers.
Right. But my thing is, these people, if they letting them come over here and they house them and they do all of this stuff, that the government is doing this. You feel what I'm saying? It's
Oh, yeah,
not, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. The government grifting and the people grifting.
Exactly. So it's really not them, it's the government for real. Because if they come over here and sign up for some stuff and they give it to them, that's on our government. We need to be beefing with the government, not the people. You feel what I'm saying? But these people that's out here fighting, they fighting for these immigrants to stay. You understand what I'm saying? They not fighting for them to get the hell up out of here. They trying to protect them. And guess what? A lot of these are paid actors.
Well, yeah, they don't even know what
Right,
they're
they
fighting
pay
for,
actors.
because
They're paid.
they were fighting for something 2 months ago that they aren't fighting for today, and they'll be fighting for something, 3 months from now
Because
that
they
they weren't
paid.
fighting for today. And yeah,
But the crazy part
Soros,
about it is they paid to make chaos. They
civil
agents of chaos, basically. You
civil
know.
unrest. They're just the sheep. They're the fodder.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are going to be pushed out there to cause the chaos, and to meet the sickle when everything hits the fan.
But who's paying them?
George Soros and all those liberal shit job, idiots.
All goes back to the same people, the
Yeah.
government. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we having a fight with our own. It's just a mess.
Well, there's a great book, The Art of War, and
The whole
um,
goddamn mess. Hold
divide
on,
and
let me see.
conquer
I
is
can.
is a serious thing, because if we can get people to divide
Yeah, because
and
that's what we
conquer
want.
each other, to have hatred towards each other, that's what will make the ease of takeover of us much faster, because they'll be able to come in and be like, you're all making each other weaker, and we have the strength. We're going to tell you what to do now that you've destroyed each other, the few that are left. Sad and lonely.
It's just sad that our world had to come through all of this mess.
What's
The
that?
world as we know it or knew it, because everything is about to be a whole different.
It started changing in the early 80s. Everything really started changing.
Yeah,
And
yeah. From the school system, from everything, and then it's just ugh, changing more now. This here though, this is the most that change that I've seen within 1 year. You know, a lot of things was happening like slowly,
try,
graduating
try
on.
a lifetime.
That Trump, he changing a whole lot of shit. He ain't even been there for a whole year yet.
Yeah. I like 75% of what he's changing. I really do.
Yeah, I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm
You
like
know,
50-50 on it
I,
because some things
I'm just
he
scared of what that drunk bitch Kamala Harris would have done because, you know, I,
really,
yeah.
really. No, I'm just saying like me per se.
Yeah.
I'm just scared for what's coming next. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
regardless, I think we got the lesser of the two evils, but I think either way we're fucked.
You ain't lying though. You're right. You're right. You're
What
right.
else? What are we gonna do?
You're right. And I mean, it's he got a lot of supporters. He got a lot of people that is backing him up.
Yeah,
For is what I'm noticing now. Because he got some big companies that's behind him. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck are we? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he don't care. He don't care. Fuck it all up. Fuck it all up. 'Cause that's just what it's looking like. And we got
mhm,
families that some of this is gonna be really affected to them. You know, I mean, I got a house, but I ain't got no White House.
yeah.
Shit. You know
My
what I'm saying? Shit, I got some room, but goddamn, but because I mean, I have family members that's on, Section 8 and stuff like that, get stamps and
right.
stuff like that, and
I
some of
do
them
too.
don't
We
get
all
it.
do. There's 40 million people or 60 million. I can't remember. 40 or 60 million people on SNAP,
Yeah.
EBT, or food stamps right now in
And some of
America.
them is really gonna be affected,
Well, who else is going to be affected is all the stores that they spend their money in that they can't
Yeah.
spend their money in anymore. So it's a double edged sword. You got them saying that they're going to loot the stores that they used to shop in, and those stores are losing the money that used to be spent there on top of what might be looted.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
what the hell?
Yeah. And then some of them probably can't even make a comeback.
Yeah, and I can hunt some squirrel and some groundhog and whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this finish, and then I'm about to get up out of here.
And by the way, did you ever see that guy that threatened me with a gun at the title bureau in Akron, Ohio?
Um, that's an older video.
About a year old. The
Oh
guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't go all the way through this stuff. I probably went
it got
and I
removed. It got removed from YouTube. It's now on Rumble because
what's your name on Rumble?
huh?
You named the same thing on Rumble?
Let me kill nicer. My original YouTube channel was about gaming and first person shooting and all that stuff, gaming. So I was let me
You
kill
said
nicer.
Meister?
Yeah. Kill nicer.
Meiser?
Huh?
Meiser? Meiser?
Nicer. Nicer. Let
Oh,
me kill
nicer.
nicer. Yeah, I
No,
do.
it sounded like you said Meiser. Mice like
Nah,
a mice.
kill you with a smile on my face.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look you up tomorrow. I'm on there. I'm on Rebel. I'm got the same name
The guy that threatened me and three other cameramen with a gun um, by pointing it at us and saying he was going to unalive us got arrested 3 months ago, and I'm putting up the body camera video of him getting arrested, and I've got a couple shorts out of it already.
though.
It's just karma.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's the one with the Hellcat. I mean, with the slingshot.
Yeah, that little
Yeah, I seen that.
that little turd that's driving it, that little
Yeah,
asshole. Yeah,
yeah.
he pulled a gun on me and threatened me for filming him in public, and that's his son that was in the van in the back seat, um, claiming that he was saying like don't record my kid, yet it's a 24-year-old kid.
Wow.
So
What's
that's
wrong with this man?
a
That ain't
human.
even a kid. Well, it
Yeah,
is his kid, but that's a man, a grown man.
yeah.
They crazy. All right, let's get into the rest of this.
So what happens if all of those points that were made today by the judge are not followed through with? What happens next?
Well, it depends, I think, on what exactly it means to not follow through. But she has the power to hold members of the government in contempt if they don't obey a court order. So what exactly that would look like may depend very much on what exactly happens, on her belief or whether or not she's satisfied that there have been good faith efforts made to comply, and that perhaps some moments were not were more could be understood for in other ways. But she did say that she was very skeptical about the use of tear gas, the way the federal agents have been using tear gas, and that she, although was not granting the plaintiff's new motion to bar its use altogether, she might do so in the future. So that's one thing that she might do, is to take away some of the tools that these agents are currently using.
I know I'm jumping 2 steps ahead, but with that possibility that you mentioned of the judge finding Bovino and his team in contempt of court, what could happen after that?
There are so many variables here. It depends on what the judge orders, whether she and what kind of contempt she concludes is appropriate, whether it's civil contempt or criminal contempt. There have been lots of questions raised if you generally enforce court orders, refuse to do so because they are, at least in part, member of the executive branch. But we don't entirely know. There are just too many variables to say at this point. But one thing I'll say is that we've heard in the White House that these agents have immunity. And they and we're from the crimes under state law, and in doing so are violating a federal court order. I think they're quite vulnerable to state criminal prosecution.
All right.
They think he's gonna be charged with that. So it's all right. I don't know why people keep on, especially not even if they do get charged. Trump gonna pardon them too. This is his people that he sent out there. He gonna take out for them, and that's just what's going on, and that's what he wants. It's just a lot going on in this world.
No, and that's what they want. They want a lot going on. They want everything in your face. They want everything to make us think we hate each other and we disagree with each other. But we all know they're all bad, and they all read the Art of War and know that to make us separate and divide and hate is the best way to do things because now they have one less enemy because they've made two against each other and they're against both of us.
Well, we just looking for love. We looking for a solution. I want it to die down. I don't want to see nobody getting hurt, over this because this is really not our war or our beef. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
With
it
all this stuff,
is.
but with all the
It
stuff that's
is our
going
war. It
on,
is our beef because we live on this planet and they
but
don't own us.
no,
They just claim to govern us. This is our war.
not our war. It's not our war because at the end of the day, we didn't start this. We didn't send these people over here to get no damn ice out. You know what I'm saying? It could have been better ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't send people that just
That's
make people hurt people, and I mean, just put people in an uproar. Then you got these agents of chaos just making it even worse. So this is not. And then
that's
you got people that's following them. You understand what I'm saying?
I
You know what I'm
do.
saying? It's just, well, it's not my war. I
It,
live
it
here. I ain't got to be a part of it. Even if they send these troops over here, I ain't in it. My name Bennett, and I ain't the fuck in it. I'm a mom. I got them business. Don't thing bothering me. I ain't bothering them. That's it. I do what I
you
do when I
familiar?
need to do.
Am- are you familiar with the Beastie Boys?
The Beastie Boys,
You got to fight for your
right?
right
The
to
party.
party. And if we want to have a good time and enjoy our life, we have to fight for our rights. So this is all of our
Let them
war
fight. Let them
right
fight.
now.
I ain't in it. I ain't got no fight in me, baby.
We're the ones that have to be in it because it's against us.
My fight is bringing awareness to it, but I'm not getting out there into no
All right, you be the
physical.
cheerleader, okay?
Look, I ain't getting out there into no physical altercation. I'm trying to make it to 50. At least let me make it to 50. I don't want no tear gas. I don't want to be knocked down.
To
I don't want to be
50.
stumbled over. I don't want none of it. Don't hit me with no motherfucking airball or whatever they shooting. Don't do that. If I ain't in it, I don't want no shit. I'm staying far the fuck away from it. Don't hit me with none of that shit. The fuck? No sir. Fuck that. My fight is I'm a keyboard gangster now. That's gonna be my fight.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
well,
I'm an internet fight your ass, but I'm not no. Fuck that. I'm not I'm trying not to fight. I'm trying
I'm a
I
front.
don't want to go to jail. You feel what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm a
not.
frontline fighter, and I will go to jail.
See, I
I
ain't got
will
too much.
fight that.
Yeah, I got too much
You know,
going to jail.
but
I done cleared my background. I done had to do a whole lot of shit to clear my stuff. Shit, I'm not fighting
I'll
no
go for the
fucking agent.
touchdown. You just cheer me on,
See, you
okay?
got your own business. I don't have my own business. You feel me? So shit, I ain't yeah.
Uh,
I can't afford to get no daggone felony. Fuck that.
you could do what I do with my business.
gonna talk about that more later, but I'm about to get up on out of here.
I know. I just said that.
Drew, yeah, yes, you my motherfucking little brother. You my big brother. You my big brother from another mother. But yeah, thank you for coming through as always. You know I appreciate you. 'Cause, you and Specker, y'all be making my day. Y'all both be funny. Y'all both, but y'all be for real. Like I mean, it be funny, but it's not funny because it's real life shit. That you know.
Well, yeah, be
Y'all
myself.
ain't lying about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like we all have our own opinions and stuff like that. But y'all not lying about nothing. Everything that we all talk about, I mean, is definitely like, you know what I'm saying, it's true. But people need to open their eyes up, you know, because a lot of people thinking that this stuff is not happening. And it's really happening. And like the
Hmm.
lady on my job, she be like, "That's fake, that's fake." I be like, "Okay, how fake do you? What you want? Soon they blow up your street. That's gonna be real." Shit. He was talking about. I don't believe none of that. Like what? This is what's going on in the world. But a lot of people is still not trying to believe what's going on is going on. You know, so you gotta open people's eyes and let people understand. Like you know, I mean, without us sticking together, we ain't gonna be nothing. But we can stick together, but I ain't going out there to fight. I'll be the one that patch y'all up after y'all fight. You know, I got the band-aids, I got the gauze, I got all the stuff. So once you go out there on the front line, I'm gonna be the one that nurse you back to health.
All right.
All right now. See, everybody got a job. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all the next time. I'm trying to come back on here Thursday, so be looking out for me Thursday evening. So yeah, I love y'all guys. Everybody stay safe, stay free.
Come subscribe, click that button, take the dive, hit the bell, stay
Laters.
alive. Welcome to my channel, let's collide. Listen, Sanders, enjoy the ride from east to
Ice Flexo, baby, love you, Sweat.